You know, at this point, I'm just basically going to have to adopt it as my full moniker because my accuracy and predictions are just so incredibly numerous and correct at this point. What is going on, everybody? Good morning. It is Nose Q Damas here from Retro Q Gaming, as always. And, well, something has come out, something has supposedly leaked and whatnot overnight. Of course, this could always be fake, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And, well, it's more of a muchness about nothing because, well, let's explain why. So, over the course of last night, there have been some supposed leaks of pictures, which could be fake, but we'll talk about that later, of a Xbox development kit. Now, this is supposedly a development kit of it, or an early prototype unit of some sort, but the big thing that everyone is going crazy for is for the first time we have pictures of what are supposedly the back and ports of the console. Now, if you don't know, if you haven't been paying attention, ever since the Xbox reveal, the proper reveal of it at least at the Game Awards last year, and then the fake render that that AMD showed at CES earlier this month when they used an artificial 3D render to show what they conceptualized as the back of the console, which was supposedly not true and whatnot, yada yada yada. Now, over this last month, month and a half, 2 months, whatever it is, the Xbox fanboy community have been going absolutely insane over the back of the console and the ports on the console. And I have no idea why. I've absolutely no idea why. From the moment the console, even prior to the console being announced, it was so obvious what was going to be on the back of here. The extra bullshit and extra fat and extra crap, the useless stuff that has been incorporated on like the Xbox One, for example, was obviously going to be cut and obviously going to be gone and absent. As we can see, the supposed leak anyway, that it is all exactly as I predicted. I said there would be one HDMI output, no HDMI input for pass-through because that feature was useless and they want to move away from what the Xbox One represented as a brand and as a product. It will have a Toslink digital output, which is obvious because, well, surround sound. It will have a network adapter, duh, obviously. A power connector because it's not powered by hopes and feelings and wait till E3 because we'll eventually get games that the Xbox people love to say. And it has two USB-A ports. There's also a debugging port, which obviously won't be on the final version of the console. The only somewhat possible difference from what I predicted was something that I didn't even expect, but it wouldn't surprise me if they put on. I also said that there may be a USB-C port on the back of it, but I doubted it because, well, USB-C to USB-C isn't really widely utilized. Most things are just USB-A to USB-C, as evidenced by the majority of phones in the world, or pretty much anything that uses USB-C. And hell, even the front of the console is a great example of that. So I have no idea, other than fanboys gonna fanboy, being out there just talking about the back of the console, how they're purposely hiding it because it's gonna have some killer app or some killer port or some super secret magic or something on the back of it. Well, guess what, fanboys? You've been exposed. There's basically nothing on the back of it. It's cookie cutter as fuck. The PlayStation 5 will be pretty much very, very, very similar, if not almost exactly the same. Because yes, it's going to have a HDMI output, one, maybe two USB ports on the back, a power connector, an Ethernet connector, a digital optical Toslink output, and probably a PSVR connector. I believe that has its own specific unique one. I could be wrong. I don't pay attention to PSVR. It may even have its own proprietary port for some type of new camera or backwards compatibility with the PS4 camera, but it wouldn't surprise me if going forward, and they did release a PS5 version, it just had a generic USB connector on it. The same with the front. On the front of your PS5, expect two USB ports. That's basically it. Why? Because all of this is common sense. But hey, I'm not a fanboy, so I have common sense. So let me know in the comment section below, does this blow your mind? Are you absolutely gutted and devastated with the potential removal of the useless HDMI input pass-through? I remember seeing a friend of mine try to play his Wii U using the pass-through on the Xbox One, and he could barely beat the first level of Mario because the input delay was so bad. Were you expecting more? Were you expecting less? Or what's the deal? Let me know all of that good stuff in the comments section below. Hit the appropriate button to let me know how I did on the video, and while you're at it, why not head on over and hit the subscribe button and even ring the little notification bell. Granted, getting a notification from YouTube in current year about a new video upload or a live stream or whatever is a whole other story, but hey, at least you can say you tried, am I right? As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.